Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and I have a layout today for the love of pretty paper. We are a UK scrapbooking group and we have got some sketches for you. So this is a sketch for the month of July sketches are starting points, aren't they? So I really wanted to use this piece of paper. So this collection is Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush, and I really wanted to use this this lovely, beautiful two-sided chevron paper. I just completely love it. But the sketch didn't have a section that represented this big triangle, so I just decided to do it anyway. So I've cut the big triangle. You know, ultimately on the sketch, there's no pattern paper like represented necessarily in the background. So really, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you like, right, with the sketch. So I'm going to have my 3 photos in a row along the top. Again, I know it's not quite to the sketch because there's only 2 photos and they're supposed to be landscape, but I've got 3 photos and they're all portraits. So I'm going to put my piece of paper in the background and add that as an extra piece onto the sketch, and then have my 3 photos along the top, and I'm still going to have my title underneath. There it is, the Bramble Fox Always Time for Tea Teapots is my title, in the same place as the sketch, and I'm going to have a big embellishment cluster on the left as well. So I'm sticking to the sketch in some ways, but I've just added this big triangular piece in the background. So like I said, I'm using the Sweet Rush collection by Vicki Boutin today. I just fell in love with this paper the second I saw it. So I've just cut a big section of it to go at the top, I've then cut along the next chevron too, so that I can raise that up too. So I'll have like multi-layered or multi-dimensional chevrons effectively. And I thought I'd add some black pom-pom trim. Love a bit of pom-pom trim. Haven't used them for a while actually, but always do enjoy using them when I do. And I really like the idea of using the black colour. I think it makes everything look much more dramatic. I always like the look of having pops of black. And because I was using the black teapot, Always Time for Tea, I thought that it would be a good idea to bring in the black. Well, when I was choosing a colour for pom-pom trim, I thought black was definitely the one to do, because like I say, that would then tie in with the black pop of the teapot. So on the left-hand side of the sketch, there is a big embellishment cluster. There's also a little starburst section underneath that could represent a starburst, or it could represent pattern paper or mixed media. You know, you could put whatever you wanted there, really, but there's something there. So I decided to go for a starburst and use this stencil. This is my favourite stencil in the whole world. Again, it's by Bramble Fox. I've pulled out my distress oxides and I've gone for a lime green and a teal or turquoisey blue, and I've got a kind of 2-tone effect on the stencil there, you can see, I'm going to add to the stenciling with some black lines, just using a journaling pen and a ruler, just to give them a little bit of extra definition, make them stand out a little bit more. So just to say, it's a very fine tip black pen, and I'm only going over one side of the starburst rays. I could do both and that would make it stand out even more, but I just wanted to have kind of like a shadow effect on this starburst. So I love how that looks. I'm just going to get this stuck down now. You can see that I've raised the back on foam pads. Both lines are raised on foam pads. And then I've got the pom-poms as well, so it will all have lots and lots of dimension really. So I decided last minute that I was going to stick my the top of my pattern paper there, so about an inch or so down from the top, rather than have it flush with the top of the layout. Just to give me a little bit of extra space above my photos, really, because the chevron itself could have been a little bit bigger or wider to house the photos better, but you know, I was limited by the pattern on the paper, so I had to go with that. So anyway, I just thought by having an extra bit of space at the top, I would give me a little bit more space above my photos, rather than have it all kind of crammed right at the very top of the layout. Just adding a strip of a sticker from the sticker sheet, but it wasn't quite long enough, so it was ideal that my photo was sticking up a little bit past that edge, because I could make a cut under the line of the sticker, and then separate the two pieces, and the gap is behind the photo so you can't see it, so it reads as one long piece. And now I'm just going to add some embellishments. So there's no embellishments over on the right hand side of the layout, but I just couldn't help myself. I've already added a load of embellishments to the left, and I am going to add some more, but I also wanted to balance it out with some pink embellishments on the pink side of the paper over on the right hand side. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. You're using a sketch as a starting point. You can follow it exactly, or you can mix it up a bit. So I have adapted it slightly to suit my needs, because I did want to put some extra embellishments over on the right hand side. I've got some pieces tucked behind the photos and some tucked behind the chevron itself, but I've certainly got a little area there now that I can put some other things on too. Over on the left, I have added some extra Bramble Fox perspectives. So I've got the teapot, I've got teacups, I've got the tea bags, as well as the Always Time for Tea teapot, which is my title. And I've arranged those on top of the starburst as per the sketch. Mine goes a lot lower than what the embellishment cluster looks on the sketch, but again, it's okay. It's a starting point, remember, so no issues there. I'm just going to add, again, I'm sticking kind of colour on colour. So the green side of the paper, I'm picking out the green and blue style coloured embellishments. And layering all that up over on the left-hand side. I love those little layered hearts. Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush layered hearts are lovely, so I've pulled out some of those. I've got some little label stickers going on. That one says good food, one says this is the good life. The one at the top of the photo says the story. So all really generic things, really, that work well. Yeah, just going to carry on adding some little bits and pieces here and there. I've got a little arrow there that says this, and then at the top there, a label that says today was a perfect day. Yeah, I'm just going to carry on adding small details. There's lots of little small things on this sticker sheet, so just going to carry on using all those little bits and pieces. Yeah, there's a little star on the right at the very bottom by the starburst. I'm going to add some more splatters in that area too, just making sure all my photos are stuck in place. Yeah, it's all kind of coming together nicely. I've also got these cupcakes by Bramble Fox. These photos are from afternoon tea, so it's really ideal to have teacups and teapots and cupcakes on the layout. It all goes really super duper well. So yeah, all good. I'm just going to get all of those stuck in place. Okay, so I've skipped forward slightly now. I've written in my journaling just adding a few little doodled hearts down the bottom there. I've got some more stars in that area. Yeah, pretty much finished now. I just wanted to add some black splatters of paint, so using my Liquitex acrylic paint, but I'm applying it with a paintbrush rather than the really big splatters, and I'm keeping most of my splatters to the left hand side because that's where the big cluster on the sketch is, but I have added a few over on the right as well. And that is the layout complete. So I really hope that you enjoyed this layout and seeing how I interpreted the sketch. It was a really fun sketch to use, and I kind of adapted it a bit to make it my own, so I would encourage everyone who's using sketches to do the same. So make it work for you, it's your layout. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me today. That was Niki Rowland for the Love of Pretty Paper. Thank you so much for watching.